Good morning, everybody. It's gotten hot early today, so I have temporarily turned off. I didn't put my block up. Let me quickly do this. If I can do anything quickly. If I don't do that, the light's too bright behind me. Okay, I think we can do it that way. Okay, I'm just going to do an update video. I'm recording this on Father's Day on Sunday, so I don't want to do a whole lot of work. And we're just going to kind of look at the news. I've got a fun one for tomorrow, so look forward to that. I'm probably going to record it. I might even record it later today because I go visit my son tomorrow. In any case, we're just going to kind of look at the headlines. If you've been watching, we've had relatively minor skirmishes in the country. Florida came basically out and says, you try to injure a cop or tell your family where to find the remains. So they're tough. That's what they need to be. These guys are paid thugs, and they need to pay the ultimate price if that's where they want to carry it. Now they want to just cause some minor trouble or just give them a minor arrest. Get them off the streets. And probably fine them more than they're making would be a good idea. I hope they can go after the people that are paying for this. There's like I read an article, there's like 21 or 23 or something like that, politicians who are currently under investigation for foreign kickbacks. The question was, should we kick them out of Congress now? And I'd say no. Due process, we got to do this the right way. Take them to court, yes. Make them spend a lot of money, yes. Put them in jail ultimately and kick them out of Congress if they're convicted, yes. Okay, I didn't talk about this site, but I have talked about it before. I think the guy's name is Steve Lner. He's got a site called, I got to put my glasses on because I'm just kind of going off of news articles again. Agenda Free TV. He's not a newscaster. He tries to stay middle of the road. He's probably a little bit left of center, but he's not crazy left. And he could probably be educated to be more on the right if you could get to him, because he's a smart guy. Anyhow, he covers everything that's going on in the news on YouTube, and he's on Twitter and I think Telegram. So if you want to see what's going on live, he does a live broadcast. And here's Skip Meals. He'll be up for 5 or 6 hours if the story's that long. And he's been covering the attacks on Israel and Iran's counterattacks. Israel is devastating Iran. Iran would love to do that to Israel, but they don't have the capability. One, Israel took out most of their leaders and their scientists that were working on the nuclear bomb. And they've been doing all kinds of things with their military, taking things out. They've been refueling their jets over Iran. That's unheard of. To have a big, gigantic tanker that says, here, shoot at me. You know, they're not down low enough for small arms fires, but missiles, anti-aircraft if they really had any. But as soon as they open up with any kind of a gun, Israel shoots it and destroys it. They were launching 100 to 150 rockets. Now I think the last round was 20. They are getting some through. And they have caused deaths because Iran is shooting at civilian targets. That's 99%. They will go after a couple of places where there's military stuff, but they're going after civilians, trying to just penalize. They hate the Jews so bad, they don't care who they kill. So they're going to pay the price. They've already wanted to go back to the negotiating table, but the United States is staying silent. Stay out of it. We're helping to defend them along with a few other countries, but that's it. Let's see what else we got going on. Beria has another video. He's kind of fun to watch. He's a little out there sometimes, but he's very good. He just jumps in. I'm here. I'm back. As he talks to Mr. Bones, his skeleton next to him has got clothes on and a hat. He's a chiropractor by trade, so even my chiropractor had a skeleton in one of the rooms. So I firmly believe in chiropractors if it is manageable. When it gets beyond management, then even my chiropractor recommended a doctor to operate on my neck. I've had 2 discs on my neck fused from a car accident that I didn't cause. So anyhow, I think the death toll in Israel may be up to a dozen people now overall. More injured. But Netanyahu finally came out and said, look, we're giving you these warnings for a reason. We're telling you when the things are coming in. The building that got hit where the most people got killed was an older building and it didn't have a bomb shelter in it. They would have had to have left it, gone out on the street and into the other shelter, and they didn't do that, and they died. So Netanyahu was saying, come on, work with us. We've got to get these guys out of the way, and you can't be collateral damage. We're telling you what's going on. Let's see. Well, that's pretty much, that's the biggest news. Amir Safate came out with another short video today. He looked tired. This stuff, the bombing raid that they started on Thursday was like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30. That's their time, so he has to get up early to cover it, and he has been. Iran burns, Israel strikes Iran as headlines. A lot of stuff going on with Elon Musk back at work for himself. SpaceX has got a launch coming up. We're not exactly sure what we're going to see yet. We're waiting to see what they're going to do. They got to start testing soon. That should be in another 2 or 3 weeks. Coming up, another launch. See if we can get this one right. He's testing stuff. The last time the things burned up in space because he wanted to see how far he could push them. The booster got up there, and then he wanted to see how far he could twist it and mess with it, and it finally broke apart. So now he has for that version, he has a metric on it. The other one got further than it did before, but something else went wrong. They've yet to have a fully successful Block 2 rocket, and they're getting ready to start going to Block 3. So, looking forward to that. Let's see. Jimmy Emmons is up there. He's got a video. It's a few days old, but he's worth watching. Stuff going on. It's all pretty much around Israel and Iran. And of course, they're talking about it. A day ago, Tom Hughes had Bill Salas on, and they're both good. And you need to hear, Bill Salas has got a number of books out, and you want to check him out. But that's a good interview. That's a day ago. It's talking about Ezekiel 38. We're not there yet. Israel can't destroy Iran, but they can certainly destroy the government. In fact, Israel said they don't want the people of Iran to be destroyed. If you look at what they're doing, they're pinpointing their attacks on key government or nuclear facilities. If you look at the rockets, they did an overlay of where the rockets were launched at Israel. It basically blanketed all of it. They're shooting at everything. Israel's taking out specific targets. Let's see what else we got. Urgent warning on Iran missiles. Some of these, you got to be careful. This is a, quote, headline live. There's 96 people watching it, and it's a few days old, and yet it says live. And then when you have something like that that's already lying to you, don't trust the information they give you. See, there's a music video up here. one of my friends who's a music guy and an actor, Kaine. Check him out. It's good music, and he's a good actor. He acts in films like Leverage and The Librarians and stuff like that. So I like him as an actor and as a person. He's a good guy. I've met him a number of times in person, so check him out. Live from where the missiles hit in Israel. They're covering stuff like that. System low on memory, critical. Oh, but you can't fix it unless you buy this thing that we've got. I'm being spammed. I got to go find out where that's coming from and delete the app that's got the spam tied to it. Okay, well, pretty much, yeah, the Washington 2025 250-year-old Army birthday party for that, kind of wrapping up a little bit of Trump's birthday, which we just had. So that went pretty well. They didn't disrupt us like they were planning on, like they wanted to, because most of the local governments said no. If they were a blue state, they didn't have the people to go out and celebrate, so there was no reason to fight. And so anyhow, that's pretty much it. So I've got a fun video for tomorrow. I'm going to keep this a little bit short because it is Father's Day. I have two sons. One's out in San Francisco and one's here locally about an hour away, who I'll see tomorrow. We've got a rain check on lunch for tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty much all I've got. Most of my videos have been 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe even 20 minutes for the most part. If you guys like it, that format, I'll keep it that way. The cat's running around, but I don't want to bring him over here because he's too full of energy. Kitty. What are you doing, Kitty? I'm in a seat at a table. He's on the other side, on the other seat. You know, he just jumped down. He'll get into stuff here in a little bit because I'm not paying attention to him. Okay, that's pretty much it. Stay safe. Enjoy your family. If you don't have a father, remember you've always got our Heavenly Father. He's more than happy to step in. He wants attention too. Till we meet in the clouds. God bless. Come on, you're right in the middle of the road. Keep moving. You only have to go to there. I know, as soon as I get out of sight, you start moving again, so I guess I better.